Good morning.
Morning.
Pastor Alex asked me to give a little story about my journey in faith, and I have to say it began the moment I did. I was born in a small city in Tennessee, and I like to say it was smack dab in the middle of the Bible Belt. My parents were both very strong Christians and laid down a firm foundation of faith within our home. We were United Methodist, and I was baptized and confirmed within the United Methodist Church. It was a foundation spiritually and that would serve me very well for all of my life. And my life, like all of yours, it's just been a continuum of change that's punctuated with times of grief, sorrow, joy, good, bad, happy, and sad. And the God that I was introduced to as a child has proven to be sovereign and faithful and continue through the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit to me, and has sustained me and continues to this day. In the fall of 2019, excuse me, I stepped out onto that faith once again and made the 650-mile trek from Jackson, Tennessee to Ypsilanti. Wow. It was a shock to my little southern system. And then shortly after I got here, COVID. So that meant 2 years in isolation in a small home in Ypsilanti with my daughter, her wife, 2 children, 2 dogs, and 2 cats. So needless to say, by the time they started lifting the restrictions, I was like, I've got to find a church and I've got to find some people. So I began to look online and visit different churches, different denominations throughout the area, never quite finding where I wanted to be. So it was a year ago, actually, in November 2022, that I saw online Emmanuel Lutheran Church. And I thought, oh, the church building's so pretty, and it's pretty convenient, to where I live. So I thought, well, I'll give it a shot. Well, I came, and it happened to be birthday Sunday. And so after the service, which is a bit more formal than I'm used to, but at any rate, I enjoyed it, and I went to the gathering room for some coffee and cake. Sat down at an empty table, and in due course, these ladies started sitting down at my table, and we started sharing names and information, and it was warm and friendly, and it slipped into a sharing of love and friendship and laughter, my favorite thing, laughter. And I went home that day. I stood in front of my daughter Bonnie, and I said, I have found my church. It was that simple. It was the welcoming, the warmth, and the acceptance of you guys that kept me coming back. Today, I'm pleased to be one of the newest members of this congregation. I think I've been a member for a whole week. I participate in the food pantry ministry of this church, and I look forward to, in the future, being more involved and learning new ways to serve. I forgot my last thing. There's one last thing I wanted to talk to you about. That God that I grew up with in the South, in that Bible Belt, I learned something very important about him. He lives in Michigan, too. Thank you.